It's Monday, October 24th, and today we'll be attending the Dive-In with Developers, hosted and created by Ryan Rabinovich, founder of Rare Real Estate, an event for the mind and heart.
Ryan, I just cannot thank you enough for your dedication to our program. Your fundraising has far exceeded what I would have expected. To all of you, it's raised enough money not only for the operating costs for the year, which I sort of described earlier, but also to update some very old technology in our classroom, to renew the academic tools that we use to teach kids, which should be updated regularly, and really provide quality programming to the kids this year and probably into several years because of the new improved technology and programming. So thank you very much.
Can you tell us how Dive-In with Developers all started?
First of all, I want to just say, obviously, thank you for coming to the event, but also you've been such a devout supporter financially of the cause. You and David have been absolutely amazing. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, really, like it means a lot. In my family, we have a connection, of course, to epilepsy. And I got to a point in my career where I felt, maybe I'm not quite where I could write $100,000 or $200,000 checks towards charity like I one day want to. But in our network, there's a lot of power, I felt. Agents and teams like you and many of our colleagues in the industry, many of our developers, our service companies, there's a lot of generosity there and a lot of willingness to give back. And I thought, what if we can kind of bring everyone together for something that doesn't really feel like a charity event, give people a lot of value to attend that event, just see if we could solicit some financial support from all of our colleagues in the industry. And the proof of concept was in the first year. The response has been pretty amazing. We raised over $50,000 in our first year. In our second year, we raised about $120,000. And this year we just kind of crushed it. And it really felt like it came out of nowhere, honestly. We raised over $200,000 a year with, obviously, all the proceeds, every red cent from sponsorships, from donations, they all go towards our cause, which is the Epilepsy Classroom at SickKids Hospital, the only one of its kind in the world, and it's funded by donations only. And what it is, it's a place where children that suffer from severe epilepsy can go and supplement their academic studies in order to make them academically on the same level as their peers who do not suffer from epilepsy. There's nurses on the roster of employees, there's obviously teachers, there's neuroscientists, there's psychologists, in an effort to not only teach these kids the academics, but also teach them self-reliance, independence, confidence. And this year, you saw the event just an hour ago. Not only did we manage to raise enough funds to pay for all the children's tuitions for this school year, but we also managed to help the hospital create some really incredible planning to replace existing technologies within the classroom, to buy some really unique materials and supplies for these kids because they study a little bit different than normal kids. And so I'm just pretty emotional, to be honest, about it, and just very happy.
That's phenomenal. It's amazing. It's a great cause, and with all your work, effort from your wife and yourself, and helping all the children that really need this help is very appreciative. And today was just seeing everybody coming together and helping is just phenomenal, and it's all because of your hard work and dedication. So many families for sure will be thankful. For next year, for sure, you're gonna crush the number of what you did this year. And we just wanna say thank you, Ryan, for doing this.
Thank you, and thank you for your generosity and your continuous support, not only here, but in everything that we do professionally. And it's a day where I'm really proud to be part of this industry where we have just such an incredible wealth of generosity in our peers. And this is just a testament of the great things that we can all accomplish together to actually make a difference, a positive difference in people's lives. So thank you for being part of it.
Yeah, thank you to you. And you said it right. It's a great event for the mind and heart. So thank you again, Ryan.
Thank you.
Please help me welcome Brian Brown, Principal of Lifetime Development. I'd like to introduce Cash Mashutin from Emblem Development, CEO and founder. Next, I'd like to introduce Calliope Carcass. He's been a friend for a long time. Vice President of Global Mobility. Matthew Young, CEO and founder of Republic Development. And last but not least, Brian Levy, a good friend and the CEO of DBS Developments. Please help me welcome Brian. You guys are on the front line of development. Do you believe that Toronto's in a bubble? And explain why. I'll start with you, Brian.
No, I don't believe that we're in a bubble. I think the next year will be a little bit softer than it's been in the last 5 years or so. But I think that we're a strong market. Toronto's a very strong and attractive city that people want to live in. And so despite interest rates going up or inflation or other issues of supply and labor that are rising our costs, I think in the long term, if you even just look out 8 months from now, I think things are going to feel very different than what we're feeling right now.
We actually have 50,000 people moving out of Toronto every year who can no longer afford to live here, and they're being pushed out. So when you look at it as, is there a bubble or not, I think you have to look at other factors, like why is housing going up so quickly here? And then there's costs and all the other things that are playing into this. So I don't think we're in a bubble. I just think we're in a perpetually undersupplied market, and wealthier people are going to continue to bid up housing, and unfortunately people who can't afford that housing are going to be pushed out. Simple. It's what happened in New York or any other global city.
I think across the board, there's going to be a bit of a slowdown. There's going to be fewer people looking to get into the market and purchase. There's going to be fewer developers that also want to launch because they're like, is this the lowest it's going to go? When can I increase prices, etc. So I think it's a bit of a dance that both sides are going to be playing for over the next 12 months, definitely. And I think it's just about, like Brian said, like we've got to work harder to make sure that we're communicating that message to our potential investor buyers to say, here's why this is a good opportunity, here's why, all of the things we've recently talked about.
I think we're in for a little bit of a slower paced ride for the remaining quarter or two, but I think once we hit those targets and interest rates stop rising, we'll see pricing will readjust, but we'll see some positive effects back in the market.
And I think what's very important is that everyone accepts, for us as developers, for realtors, and most importantly the buyers, they accept that if you're waiting for things to be back to the way they were, it's not going to happen, right? Because what they were was a snapshot in time, which was an anomaly in the Toronto market that didn't happen anywhere else.
This will conclude our event for today.